Hi dear friends, you are welcome on this Geo entire YouTube channel that is all about the earth. So today we are going to discuss an important topic which is related to the petrology. Particularly we have seen different types of rocks, but in this lesson we are going to discuss one of the important rock, that is the lamprophire. What is lamprophire? What are the different types of textures which are found in the lamprophire? How the lamprophires are classified, or what are the different types of lamprophire? That is also we are going to discuss more in this particular video. Then geochemistry of lamprophire, what are the major elements, what are the trace elements, what are the rare earth elements which are present in the lamprophire. Then petrogenesis, how the lamprophires are formed, what is the mechanism which is responsible for the formation of lamprophire. Tectonic regimes where these lamprophires are found, and we are going to also discuss what are the examples of these lamprophires. Where in world majority of the lamprophires are found. These aspects I am going to discuss in more detail, particularly in this video. So dear friends, these lamprophires are K-rich melanocratic intrusive igneous rocks, in which the alkali content is more, and melanocratic means in this particular rock the minerals are dark colored, or generally when we see the lamprophire rock, it is dark colored rock, so therefore it is called as melanocratic intrusive igneous rocks. When we see the basalt in Deccan Trap, that is the volcanic, or it is called as extrusive igneous rocks. This is the intrusive igneous rocks because when magma comes on the earth surface, it crystallizes beneath the surface. That magma generally not exposed on the earth surface, so that's why this is called a intrusive rocks. It having a diagnostic feature, that is the porphyritic and palladiomorphic textures. Textures are nothing but the arrangement of the grains among themselves in a particular rock. Generally when we see the lamprophire, this lamprophire shows porphyritic and palladiomorphic textures. So this is the characteristic feature of this lamprophire. Particularly porphyritic texture shows some phenocryst, and these phenocrysts are made up of hydroxyl group of minerals. Surrounding this phenocryst, there is other minerals which are always restricted to the ground mass. So lamprophires are generally associated with alkaline rocks, like kimberlites and granites. When we see the distribution of the lamprophires, when we see the lamprophires in the world, they are generally associated with alkaline rocks, kimberlites and granites. So this is the nothing but the lamprophire. The textures are generally two types which are found in the lamprophire, that is the porphyritic and second is the palladiomorphic. In porphyritic texture there is a phenocryst, I have already told you, and these phenocrysts are made up of hydroxyl mafic minerals. It includes quartz, feldspar and other felsic minerals which are restricted in the form of ground mass, and phenocryst and ground mass which are present in the textures type of texture is called as porphyritic texture. Generally these textures are also found in the basaltic rock also. Then palladiomorphic means you see in my side diagram, palladiomorphic means the crystals or whatever the grains which are present in the rocks, they are partially developed, not completely developed. If it is completely developed, it is called as euhedral grains, and generally in this particular lamprophire the grains are partially developed grains are found. So this is nothing but the textures. Classification, when we see the classification of these lamprophires are classified into two types on the basis of mineralogy and chemical criteria. So these lamprophires are classified. So first type, that is the calc alkaline lamprophire, and second one is the alkaline lamprophires. When we see the alkaline lamprophires, it is composed of basically 4 minerals. One is the mica, so particularly biotite. It is one of the major mineral which is present in the lamprophire. Biotite plus orthoclase. When we combine these two minerals, these have composition greater than plagioclase. Then such type of lamprophire is called as binnate type of lamprophire. Then second type of alkaline lamprophire, that is a biotite plus plagioclase. If it is greater than orthoclase, then it is called as quersantite. Then third type, that is a hornblende. So basically it includes augite plus or minus olivine is there. Hornblende plus orthoclase, if it is greater than plagioclase, then it is called as hogaisite. Hornblende plus plagioclase, if it is greater than orthoclase, then it is called as spessartite. So this is the classification of lamprophire on the basis of calc-alkaline. These are the members belongs to the calc-alkaline lamprophires. Then second type of lamprophires, that is the alkaline lamprophires. These alkaline lamprophires, in which amphibole is the one of the major mineral. Amphibole plus orthoclase, if it is greater than plagioclase, then it is called as syenite. Amphibole, sometimes it also consists of augite, olivine and biotite. Amphibole plus plagioclase, if their composition is greater than orthoclase, then it is called as camptonite. Alkaline lamprophire, one of the member, that is the manchukite, consists of amphibole plus phyte is equal to manchukite. When we see the polzenite also one of the member of this lamprophire family. So melilite, this polzenite consists of melilite plus biotite plus phyte, it is called as polzenite. When the lamprophire consists of melilite plus perovskite plus fulgophyte plus monticellite is equal to, or it is called as alnonite, that is the ultramafic lamprophire. So this is nothing but the classification of lamprophires. Now we will discuss the geochemistry of lamprophires. When we see the lamprophires, it consists of major elements, it consists of trace elements, it also consists of rare earths elements. So the major elements, generally these lamprophires consist of, they are similar to alkali basalts in major element chemistry, but the difference is that with higher volatile contents, in which the volatile content is higher. One of the major difference is that the lamprophire consists of low SiO2, Al2O3 and high alkali silica ratios are typical of lamprophire. Trace elements, lamprophires rich in both compatible and incompatible elements. So compatible elements includes nickel, chromium and cobalt. Whereas incompatible elements are, that is the barium, that is the strontium, rubidium, thorium and uranium. So these are the 4 members of incompatible elements, we can say that, which are present in the lamprophire. And gold is typically high in some lamprophires. When we see the lamprophire, it consists of gold deposit. So the lamprophire is the source of gold deposit, and which leads to the formation of mesothermal gold deposits. Rarely lamprophires also consist of diamond inclusions. So lamprophire is very, very important for the diamond deposit as well as gold deposit. So this is the trace elements geochemistry of the lamprophire. When we see the rare earth elements, are very high in lamprophires, that is the rare earth elements, and the chondrite normalized RE pattern shows LREV enriched trend. Now when we see the petrogenesis, or how these lamprophires are formed, what are the mechanisms which are responsible for the formation of lamprophire? So basically there are 2 mechanisms which are responsible for the lamprophire origin. So first one is the partial melting of enriched matter, and second mechanism, that is the differentiation of alkali basalt or potassic magmas. So these 2 mechanisms causes formation of Lamprophyre. So now what is partial melting? Partial melting means in mantle or at the lower part of the crust, there are different type of rocks, minerals are there. They are partially melted, and that partial melted magma when comes on their surface, and because of such type of magma produces a Lamprophyre rock. Second mechanism is the differentiation. When the magma, that is the alkali basalt rich magma or potassic magmas comes on their surface, it goes different processes, it goes different mechanisms, it goes secondary differentiation, and because of this differentiation, the composition of earlier or at the starting of the magma, it changes from the last product. So that's why the Lamprophyres are formed. So this is the second mechanism which are responsible for the Lamprophyre formation. Now we will see the tectonic regimes. What are the regions where generally these Lamprophyres are formed? So first one is the continental rift environments. When we see the continental rift where two continents are moved away from each other and there is a formation of new crust, that is called as sea floor spreading. At the place of that sea floor spreading or continental rift environments, generally these Lamprophyres are formed. And second zone where these generally Lamprophyres are formed, that is the subduction zone. When one plate and other plate, these two plates are collide with each other, and at the subduction zone, at the place of subduction zone, generally these Lamprophyres are found. So this is the tectonic regimes where these Lamprophyres are formed. Then now we will see, so what are the different examples, famous worldwide examples of Lamprophyres. When we see the Australia, Western Australia Lamprophyre province, it is famous for the Lamprophyre. East African rift, so this is the one of the continental rift where we can see the Lamprophyre rock. Then Roman province, this is also famous for the Lamprophyre deposit. Then in India particularly, when we see the Gondwana basins and Prakasam province, that is the east of Kadapa basin in India, these are the places where generally Lamprophyres are found. And these Lamprophyres are deposits for the economic minerals, particularly gold and diamond, generally found in this Lamprophyre. So dear students, dear friends, in this video, in this lesson, we have seen that what is Lamprophyre, what are the different types of textures which are generally found in the Lamprophyre, how they are classified, what are the different members of this Lamprophyre, geochemistry of Lamprophyre, and tectonic regimes as well as worldwide famous examples of Lamprophyres. These aspects we have seen that. So if you like my video, then share and subscribe my YouTube channel, that is GeoEntire YouTube channel. So thank you. We will meet in the next video.